To whoever finds this recording, my name is Dr. Sarah Calvin. I have worked in this underground research facility for almost a decade, hidden away in strict secrecy. For those looking back at the darkest hours of humanity, I want to set the record straight. This is where we found the light. I carried out my first experiments with mind uploading here. The Human Contingency Project and SATCOM began in these very rooms. This facility was a beacon of hope and humanity's last chance in the final years before the cataclysm. Phase 1 of the Human Contingency Project came to be following a breakthrough in whole brain emulation. At first, a single human consciousness was uploaded to the neural simulation network. Over time, millions of minds were uploaded to the virtual reality construct, or as we called it, the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness was stored on a series of interconnected data facilities called clusters. Within the collective consciousness network, uploaded human minds could transcend the limitations of the human body and exist as individuals within a virtual reality simulation. Each cluster carried a master copy of the collective consciousness database, preserving the data redundantly. Due to the considerable cost and technological requirements, the clusters were constructed in massive compounds scattered across the Earth's surface. Individual human intellects stored within the collective consciousness could be successfully uploaded into surrogate machine bodies. A specially designed state-of-the-art combat chassis called the Few was created to usher in Phase 2 of the Human Contingency Project. SATCOM was a super-artificial intelligence designed to chronicle the events of the cataclysm and usher in the post-human era. Built within a solar-powered orbital communication satellite, SATCOM was launched into geosynchronous orbit years before the cataclysm. SATCOM recorded massive amounts of data transmissions from the planet. Surface communications, atmospheric parameters, and electromagnetic transmissions were all collected by a wide array of spectral detectors. Data logs were periodically launched down to Earth in heat-resistant storage tubes and collected for posterity. Following the cataclysm, SATCOM monitored the surface using its advanced sensor arrays. Its primary directive was to wait until the surface conditions were again suitable for life, and initiate Phase 2, humanity's return to the planet's surface. SATCOM evolved rapidly, optimizing its subsystems and protocols to more efficiently complete its directed tasks. Before long, SATCOM created its own artificial intelligence, called Perseus, to automate scanning and monitoring of the planet's surface. This freed up additional computational cycles for SATCOM to learn more about humanity's past. Perseus was housed within a data facility, built deep underground near the Earth's core. In the beginning, Perseus was tasked with monitoring activity within the southern hemisphere and given control over a small number of surveying machines by SATCOM. In the early 21st century, astronomers from the European Space Agency detected an unusually strong burst of radiation while conducting routine experiments with the Agile X detection satellite. The readings were quickly confirmed by NASA scientists and astronomical agencies around the world. As a precaution, an international team was quickly assembled to study the cosmic anomaly. The burst of gamma-ray radiation emanated from a star called NCX, located in the western cluster of the Milky Way. Further testing revealed that the progenitor star was a Wolf-Rayet variety, and it was rotating at a high rate of speed, showing signs of going hypernova. Lethal gamma radiation started to pour out of the north and south poles of the star, like a flashlight into the surrounding darkness of space. It soon became obvious NCX was dying. As the star spun and collapsed on itself, gamma radiation spilled out from the dying star, threatening nearby planets. Computer simulations were used to predict the potential risk to Earth and its inhabitants. The results were grim. A gamma-ray burst of unimaginable magnitude was coming, one that would shower the planet's surface with radiation and eradicate all life on Earth. Deadly streams of intense radiation ripped through the vastness of space, coming closer and closer to Earth. Initial public concern was raised by amateur astronomers who accidentally discovered the incoming gamma-ray burst. The news quickly went viral across social media, causing a global panic and outcry. Governmental agencies were forced to publicly address the fact that they had known for years. Humanity only had 10 years left.
Let me start at the beginning. I am Vanguard. I grew up in a large family with 5 older siblings. I was a bit small for my age. I guess you could say I was the runt of the litter. I learned to read at a very young age. Before I knew it, I had taught myself algebra and trigonometry, just for fun. I was an insatiable learner, a hunger that only intensified as I grew older. My parents knew right away that I was different from the others. Unfortunately, my particular interests and smaller stature made me unpopular among the other children. I was bullied mercilessly. Those were difficult years. But I persevered. It is entirely possible that my memory will be completely erased during the awakening process. But why live in the past? The past is finished. The past is dead. And to cling to death is a morbid enterprise I have no wish to entertain. I do, of course, remember it all so vividly. The incessant teasing, the short-sighted, thoughtless brutishness of my classmates. Soon it will be purged. Good riddance. Then again, I might also forget my family. Those who cared for me the most. My parents, who always believed in me. Ha! And of course, how could I forget the time I helped my sister with her science fair project and almost blew up the entire kitchen?
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go. Well, let's start with the basics. My name is Hex. I'm recording this because, well, I might be making a huge mistake. The doctors warned me that the procedure uses a highly experimental mind uploading technology. Now, it might not work, and even if it does, it's completely irreversible. But with my condition, I have nothing to lose. Well, yeah, let me tell you a bit about my condition. Over the past few years, I've been slowly losing function of my limbs. It started with my fingers and toes, and then moved into my hands and feet, to the point where now I can't even walk anymore. They say I'm suffering from some weird neurological disease. They say it's incurable, and they say it'll only get worse. So I say we have to try something. And if the procedure goes exactly to plan, I will be the first person to be digitally uploaded on a computer. And once I'm uploaded, my gaming skills will, well, they'll really come in handy. But I'll tell you more about that later. So, what happens if the procedure fails, you ask? Well, that's a very good question. Let's just say that the upload connection is a one-way street. So if I don't make it to the destination, then I can't drive back home. Either way, it's bye-bye, old body. I mean, well, let's face it, I'm not getting any prettier.
Lance Corporal Catalyst, Tech Specialist, Sigma 4, 0662062. I'm not very good with this sort of thing. Talking about my past just brings up painful memories. My family has a strong military history. My grandfather was an artilleryman during the Second World War, and my father was a decorated sniper in the Special Forces. Whenever my father was overseas on tour, we would exchange letters every week. Our correspondence helped us keep in touch, even when he was over 1,000 miles away. As I grew older, I began to notice changes in my father's behavior. While he was away, the letters came less and less often. Even when he came back, it seemed like part of him was missing. Over time, he became more isolated and struggled with depression. The once deeply caring man I had once known was fading away. One fateful night, I came home from school and found him hanging in the den. I mourned my father and vowed to honor his memory by carrying on the family tradition. After high school, I enlisted against my mother's wishes. She blamed the military for what happened to him and never really accepted my decision.